Dear students, due to lockdown, we are inside our homes. To utilize the time properly, we have decided to teach English through our YouTube channel and Facebook. In this series, Effective English Mohyuddin Nagar presents the concept of language. This lecture is delivered by Arjun Prabhat, lecturer and head of the Department of English, Dr. JMTS ANS Inter College, Sultanpur. To get the recent videos, please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Arjun Prabhat. Let us start the lecture. Language is God's special gift to mankind. It's the foundation of the progress of human life. It is the rare quality which distinguishes man from all other animals. Language is omnipresent. It is present everywhere. It's present in our thoughts and dreams, prayers and meditation, relation and communication, and sanskars and rituals. Besides being the means of communication and the storehouse of knowledge, it's an instrument of thinking, a source of delight. It transfers knowledge from one generation to another. The word language comes from the Latin word lingua, which means tongue. Literally, language is the expression of our thoughts and feelings by means of language. Let us go through some representative definitions of language. According to Sapir, language is a primarily human, non-instinctive method of communicating ideas, emotions, and desires by means of a system of voluntarily produced symbols. According to A.G. Gardiner, language in its widest sense means the sum total of such signs of our thoughts and feelings as are capable of external perception and as could be produced and repeated at will. After going through these definitions, we can say that language is the instrument of communication of our thoughts and feelings. There are three forms of language: gesture language, speech language, and written language. Gesture language. It's the primary method of human communication. When man did not know the art of speaking, he communicated his feelings through the gestures of the body. This form of language is called gesture language. But this form is not useful for all purposes. It has its limited value and utilization. So, the second form of language came into existence. This form is known as speech language. A speech language is the vocal expression of human thoughts and feelings. It's the most widely used form of language. When we express our thoughts and feelings with the help of a speech sounds, it's called a speech language. Language, in its true sense, is related to a speech language itself. The third form of language is known as written language. When we present our thoughts and feelings on paper by writing or printing, it is known as written language. It gives our thoughts and feelings a permanent form. In this way, we have discussed all the three forms of language. In next lecture, we shall discuss other aspects of English grammar and literature. Thanks.